Hello, everybody. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please. Welcome to my Tuesday night live stream. I just ran in from outside because maybe 7 minutes ago there was a SpaceX launch over on the other side of the state. I'm in Florida, but I'm over on the West Coast. And there was a SpaceX launch, so anytime there's a launch, I get a notice on my phone, and I run outside to see if I can see it. Even though I'm clear across the state, I can see a rocket from over in Cape Canaveral. However, today was a little bit too cloudy. As a matter of fact, there's thunder over in our area. It was clear for them, so the rocket took off. It was very cool to see on video. I just couldn't see it here because it was too cloudy. That happens. But you can see it. It's a little orange dot in the sky. But it's very neat. Anyway, so that's where I am. I'm not as prepared as I like to be. But I really wanted to see if I could spot it in the sky here. Welcome, everybody. Let's see who's here. Rachel's here. Welcome to the show. Amanda, the Lucky Minute. Thank you for being here. Downscaled, Noah, Dances with Goofy. Thank you so much for being here. Disney Nerd Herders, welcome to the show. Pam's Fam is also here. Part of Rose's World, welcome to the show. Steve, thank you very much from Steve's World. Thank you for being here. Lady Jamers is here, and I think I'm caught up with who's here already. Again, I don't announce when I'm going live. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 7:30. Don't have a plan. Coming up, what I normally like to do is talk a little bit about some Disney news. So I got a couple items there. I'm finally going to respond to a Disney tag that I was tagged for, if that's how you phrase that. And got a trivia question. I'm going to keep it to a half hour today because I don't want to cut into Mouse Talk, which starts at 8 o'clock. Walt will be discussing some things Disney related. He'll also be discussing me, which I'm very honored. He has a spotlight channel every week, and he really pumps them up. He chose me this week, so I'm flattered and honored, and I don't want you guys to miss him talking about me. So I'm going to stop at 8 o'clock so that we can all go over there and watch that. So what do I have on tap here? All right, let's get to the news. Just a couple of news items, and they're not great. They're not great. Actually, one might be. I don't know if it's a news item or a rumor. Again, I got this from WDWNT. They post news. They also post rumors. And here's one, but it's I'll just read it. It's a Small World at Magic Kingdom, adding Disney characters to the attraction for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary will be in 2021, and I'll read what they posted. It said, with Walt Disney World closing in on its 50th anniversary in 2021, many classic Magic Kingdom attractions are set to go through some changes and refurbishments before the big celebration kicks off. The long-rumored addition of Disney film characters to It's a Small World will apparently come to fruition just ahead of the Golden Anniversary festivities, according to internal sources. So Disney hasn't released this as a news story. This is just something that one of their internal sources has mentioned. Now, they've done this. They did this in Disneyland Park in 2009. There was the original It's a Small World attraction with all the children of the world without Disney intellectual property in there. It was just children of the world dressed in Hawaiian clothes and garb from India and around the world. But then in 2009 they added Disney characters. So you had I think I've never been there, or I'm set to be there in 3 weeks, so I'll let you know then. But I think like Lilo and Stitch might be in the Polynesian area and stuff like that, and others. If anybody's from the West Coast, or if you've been there. Oh, Walt's here. Mouse Talk, welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Again, his live stream starting at 8 o'clock. So anyway, this story is all about them doing this for the Walt Disney World, or the Magic Kingdom 50th anniversary. So that would be cool if they did that here in Florida too. What do you guys think? I would be into that. I think it wouldn't ruin the ride. It would just add a little something. You're not changing, the music. You're just changing a little something here and there, and I think I would appreciate that here. So. Okay, let's see what you guys have to say. Let's do a chat check. All right, we've got Amanda saying, I love the Disneyland version. You just came from Disneyland, so I imagine you were just on it recently. Kay Atwood, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Uper Wisdom Videos, Jason, thank you for being here and joining us. Mickey Sightings, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. D. Hazel, you too. Thank you so much for spending some of your Tuesday night here with us. Anybody else have any thoughts on It's a Small World? There were also in that article, I didn't read it before, or I didn't read it to you, I read it. But there was also something in there that said, the Disney World version could certainly use a refurb anyway. The sound system sounds old and it looks dingy in there. And frankly, I ride that all the time. I never noticed it being terribly dirty in there. Maybe occasionally there's something that's askew. That plastic, those plastic strips that hang down look like rain in the jungle. Maybe occasionally that's askew. And the sound, I've never noticed that really needing an upgrade. I think it's still adequate. It's not like Country Bear Jamboree. I've noticed that audio needs improvement, but not really in It's a Small World. But if they were going to do anything to it, I would want them to add these Disney characters in there. I think that would be pretty neat. They do it in Epcot during the festivals. So, pardon me. Ooh, I can do this. I haven't done this in a couple weeks. Oh, that's not the right one. Well, that's a D&G Explorers promo. That's the wrong time. They'll be on at 8 o'clock tomorrow. We'll talk about that later. But this is what I wanted to show. D&G Explorers sponsors every burp on the internet. D&G Explorers, a little dabble do ya. So if you were doing a live stream and you burp, well, D&G Explorers is going to sponsor that for you. You're welcome. So those are my 2 cents. I don't know if it needs a total refurb, but it would be cool to see those additions that they did in Disneyland here. Uber Wisdom Videos, it smells a little, still love it with all its quirks. Yeah. I don't know if I've noticed the smell in there. I certainly notice it. Pirates of the Caribbean, Living with the Land, I noticed that smell. Those are the big ones for me. I'll pay attention next time. What else we've got? By the way, if you notice I'm looking away from the camera, it's because my chat is... I tried to line up my chat with the camera, so I wasn't looking over here. So it's right there. I hope it's working. I try something new every week. Amanda says it's super dusty. Yes, needs a good cleaning. And the black is no longer black on the walls. Oh. Kay Atwood says, I have to say the last time I rode Small World, I couldn't hear anything but my niece crying. That is sad. So we need to remove your niece from the ride. Okay, that's another part of the whole refurb. I'm kidding. All right, what else? I've got another news story. So let's get to it, and then we'll do my Disney tag. Okay, so here it is. News story number 2 and this, I was scraping the barrel with this. Fast Pass cancellations beyond September 28th hint at extension to Primeval World closure at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Again, this is from WDWNT.com. This is something they're speculating. And what the gist of the story is, Primeval World has been closed for many months now. And people through September 29th have been getting, if they had a fast pass for it, they've been getting cancellation notices. And they've been having their fast passes replaced with a multi-experience fast pass. But now, people that have fast passes for it in October are now also getting these cancellation notices, which tells these guys that Primeval World is set to be closed for a much longer period of time. Let's see what else they say. It's another kind of rumor thing. What's going to happen? Is it gone forever? Who knows? Probably not. That would be too cool. I don't love that ride. It says many people have reported as having received cancellation emails in October. I guess I just said that. But those with existing Primeval World Fast Passes are being automatically given Dinosaur Fast Passes during their originally chosen time slot. Note that this has varied at times. A multiple experienced Fast Pass has been issued for an attraction in the same tier. So, if you had a Fast Pass for Primeval World in October, you now have a Fast Pass for Dinosaur in October. So that's it. The official Walt Disney World Primeval World attraction page currently lists no official announcement regarding any issues with the attraction. So, I guess my takeaway, or my 2 cents, is that I wouldn't mind if they got rid of Primeval World. That is a ride that there's an identical ride in another park in Kissimmee called Fun Spot. It's much cheaper to get into, and it's the same track. It is an identical track over there on that, what's that road? I can't think of the road. The one that goes through Kissimmee, the tourist, you know what I'm talking about. So it would be cool. Officially no word talking about getting rid of it, but we can dream. Oh, I blew it. I had a new sound effect and it didn't work. Hang on. Okay. Let's see. Anybody? Mouse Talk. I think Primeval World is closing because I think we're getting an announcement at D23 of a reimagining of Dinoland. That would be really neat. I want to hear more about that, and frankly, I will, because I'm going to D23. So I'm really looking forward to that. If that's a scuttlebutt, I want to know more about that. I've heard rumors in the past that instead of Dino Land, maybe something Zootopia themed over in that area. You know, it's Animal Kingdom after all. But we'll see. Who knows? International Drive? No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Oh well. Dances with Goofy says Fun Spot commercials have been all over our TV lately. I believe Dances with Goofy is in Atlanta, so that's interesting. Oh, 192. Mike Wheeler, thank you for being here, and thank you for answering my question. Yes, 192 is the number of the road I'm thinking of. Yeah, we took our daughter to Fun Spot one year because the rides were more her speed, and the price of admission was more our speed. Anyway, she loved it. We haven't been back. But oh well. Okay, let's continue on to what else did I have? I have everything covered up. 7:45, halfway through the show. Again, I'm going to turn it over at 8 o'clock to Walt at Mouse Talk, so please, everybody, check him out. He's going to talk about me, and I'm flattered and honored and verklempt, frankly. Okay, many weeks ago, I was tagged this Disney collection tag. I was tagged by the Disney Nerd Herders, and there were 5 questions. Here they are, and I'll go over them, just talking about or answering what are the things in my Disney collection that pertain to these questions. So I'll read off the question, and then I'll show you, or at least talk about what I've got as far as my collection. Let me preface this by saying I don't have a large Disney collection. We like to keep things. We try to keep things clean and neat around here, so we don't collect a lot of stuff. We donate a lot of stuff, and so I don't have the world's largest collection of stuff. But I have some things that are near and dear to me, so I'm going to show those to you. And let's get on with it. Okay, so number 1, there's 5 items. So number 1 is something new or new to your collection. Well, that's easy. I've been given a couple of new things recently by members of our YouTube community. The first one I want to show you is from Disney Nerd Herders. We met up with them in Epcot, and they gave me this gift. These are a couple of Disney pins, which I don't have the largest collection of, but these are awesome. Can you see this? Let me try to... people hold their hands in front of the lens so that the camera focuses on everything in the foreground. It's not happening. I get it too close to the camera. It's that way. Anyway, here we go. So there's a Minnie pin and a Mickey pin there, as well as other pins. They give us other pins too. These are the ones that I'm showing you now. These are the ones I have to show you. And also, D&G Explorers just recently gave me a pin. They were just at Galaxy's Edge in Anaheim, and they sent this along. This is a Galaxy's Edge. Good grief. I should just hold up something back here. It's got the date that the land opened up on top. You can't see it. I can't even see it. The Millennium Falcon here. But that's pretty awesome as well. So, few pin options new to my Disney collection. Where's my paper? All right. Moving on. Number 2, something older from your childhood. Now, I don't know if this is cheating or not, but the oldest thing I could think of was a bumper sticker that my family got when we went to Disneyland. The one and only time I've been to Disneyland. Up until 3 weeks from now, I'll be back. But I was there with my family in 1977. I was 6 years old. 1977, specifically May 27th, 1977 is when their Space Mountain opened. We were there that year. So they were giving out I Conquered Space Mountain bumper stickers. I don't know if anybody has one of these. I don't see Pepper Tree Villa in the chat. I've got to believe they've got one because they have everything. Let's see. Does anybody have that bumper sticker? I mean, it's not that big. It's big because I made it big on my monitor. It says, I Conquered Space Mountain, Disneyland. That was given out in 1977. And my dad had one in his garage for years and years and years. And I think we have one in a photo album somewhere. I don't have it at my house right now. But it's in my family's collection, if that's not cheating. And I always enjoyed seeing that in his garage. I grew up in Michigan, so it was an awesome reminder of our vacation to Disneyland, and by extension, Disney World, because we would go there more often. But that bumper sticker brings back a lot of good memories. Just the memory of seeing it in the garage is awesome. So that's it. So that's something old. The oldest thing I could think of. Okay, number 3. Something that takes you to a happy place. I've said this before on another tag. My favorite Disney character is the Orange Bird. I never had anything with the Orange Bird on it. But I was able to get something at the last Epcot Festival. And I just tipped it over. I couldn't reach. Pardon me. Oh, good Lord. This was given out at the Florida Fresh booth or whatever it was called. This is my very first Orange Bird knick-knack ever. And a million people have these. I love it. Orange Bird is my favorite. As a child, having vacations in Walt Disney World, we would go to Sunshine Tree Terrace and see Orange Bird all around. Right around the Citrus Swirl, which is my favorite Disney snack. This guy reminds me of being on vacation as a child, and I just have a fantastic feeling about that. What I wish I had was one of the original plastic oranges that they would serve orange juice in, and it had it was the size of an orange, and it had a green top. I wish I had a picture of it. And a little thin straw out of it. Wish I had one of those. Anyway, so Orange Bird takes me to a happy place. Now, if you tune in to Mouse Talk after my show, I've answered some questions for him. One of his questions was, who's my favorite Disney animated character? I don't believe Orange Bird is animated. I've never seen a moving image of Orange Bird, so I didn't put Orange Bird as my answer for his question. So I gave him another answer. Let's move on. Number 4, something that reminds you of a loved one. I've got 2 for this. I've got 2 children, so 2 things that remind me of my kids. Here's one. My son is still is a big geography fan. He loves looking at globes and maps. He knows the flag for every country. He knows nations' capitals all over the world. He's just a fan. He finds it fascinating, and he always has. So when he was a kid, we thought this might be a perfect gift for him. And they still have this. It's designed a little bit differently, and there are some different options in it. But it's still available, like I just said. International coins of Epcot. There are 11 Epcot pavilions in World Showcase, or specific countries, that is. But there are 12 coins in here, so not only do they have a coin from each country of World Showcase, they also have one for, how do I do this? Malawi, which isn't a specific Epcot pavilion. But anyway, so these are real coins from each of these countries. And when I see this, I'm reminded of him and nobody else. But this seemed to be right up his alley, so we got it for him, and we still have it to this day, and he's awesome, and that's awesome. But I have another kid, and my daughter, if she likes something, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, she's going to like it. What I mean by that is we listen to Christmas stuff all year round, and we have some Christmas toys that she enjoys. That rhymed. I didn't mean for that to happen. But here's one of them. This is Christmas Mickey with a wreath and Chip or Dale right there. And when you squeeze his hand, he says, "Happy holidays, pal!" And then a little music plays. So,
Happy holidays, pal.
and there's a number of songs on here, but We listen to, we hear Christmas music maybe once a week all year round. Whether it's this or a YouTube video that she loves. But this reminds me of her, of course. And we've had this, I think, her entire life. So, okay.
Happy holidays.
Oh, okay, I just restarted it. Okay. Okay, sorry, Mickey. Well, where was I? Oh, let's, I've got one more, but I fear I haven't checked the chat. Let's do that. Julie Riley, welcome here. I'm sorry, I've ignored the chat, so forgive me. Peter P, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Who else did I see earlier? I gotta get going here, because Walt's gonna start in 4 minutes. I see Dances with Goofy is talking about Shirley Temple's drinking. I guess maybe that's part of another conversation. Sherry Coos, welcome to the show. Sister Sunshine and Augrams are here. Meow TV 22. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this Tuesday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I need to hurry, so I'm sorry if you're in the chat and I missed you. I apologize. But I want to thank everybody for being here. There's one more thing here. So, something inexpensive that you treasure. Okay, finally. This is relative, because some people might think this is expensive for what it is. At Animal Kingdom, in that restaurant over by Dinosaur. What is that? Please help me in the chat. Lunchosaurus, or whatever it is. Years ago, one of their souvenir mugs, we thought was pretty cool. So we got it. Here it is. And it's the price of a souvenir mug. So I don't know, $13 or so. Is my voice not matching my mouth? It's this computer I'm using. I've got to fix that. So sorry. Please bear with me. Okay, so there's an LED light in here. Where is it? It's not working. Oh, this one has the tag. Okay, so it lights up, different colors. And the reason I like this so much is because it's a conversation starter. People love this. If you look up close, it of course has the different areas of Animal Kingdom on there. And, it's like a plastic stein. Anyway, but it looks kind of spooky from a distance, so every Halloween we take this, we sit outside in our driveway, because that's how we do it in our neighborhood, and it's a conversation starter. People love looking at this. Wow, that's very cool. Anyway, so we got this we got one of these at the park at the time, free refills. I don't know what the deal was. Anyway, not too long after that, they had these at the Disney Character Warehouse for considerably less, so we got another one. So we have two of these, and maybe it's more impressive with the liquid in there. I don't know. Okay, so that's the Disney tag, my Disney collection. Thank you for bearing with me. All right, let's get to my trivia question, because it is already 8 o'clock. My trivia question is, and you can look this up easily on D23.com. According to D23.com, how many Disney films have been made? This is not just... Where's my paper? Oh, I think I threw it away. But it could be Disney, it could be Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Touchstone Pictures, Hollywood Pictures. What else? All of that's included. Since the 30s, since Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Disney has been making movies. How many? How many movies are listed on the D23.com website, the official Disney fan club website? How many movies under the Disney banner have been made? I see some answers. rolling in. Noah says 15, maybe last year. Disney Nerd Herders 999. D Hazel 176. I see 111. 420. I don't know if you're being silly there. 570. 540. 333. No, none of those. 1313. Holy cow. All right, let's get to the answer. 744. Starting in 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the very first one. Finishing, actually, their list ended with Toy Story 4. It did not include the latest Lion King movie. So it's actually 745, I think. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for your guesses, everybody. But that's amazing, isn't it? This is live action. This is animated. Anything that was released in theaters. And it amounts to almost an entire month straight of movie watching. If you were to watch these back to back, it would take you almost an entire month to do that. If maybe it would take that now. So anyway, everybody, that is it for me. I want to encourage you to go to D&G Explorers. Where is it? There it is. D&G Explorers website. Channel. Good Lord, am I distracted. Tomorrow they'll be on at 8 o'clock. That says 8:30. So let me get it here and then come back to me. Here, that's correct. On my screen back here. They'll be on at 8 o'clock tomorrow, I think, with Disney Nerd Herders, hopefully. And they'll be talking Disney and Disneyland and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. But right now, at 8 o'clock, please go over to Mouse Talk. Walt has started his show already. Tell him it's a Sunshine Nation invasion. Tell him I said hi. I'll be there shortly. And he's going to give me a shout-out. So that's very kind of him. He's very nice. He doesn't have to do that, but he is doing it. He's trying to promote my channel. So I thank him greatly for that. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. If I missed you in the chat, I apologize. Try to get you next time. Thanks, everybody. All right, over and out.